Okay, hello everyone. Clarke Towson here. I'm the CEO of INTJ Billing. In this video today, I'd like to talk about an episode of Four Corners that just aired in Australia. Very, very interesting episode. Four Corners, the gold industry's dirty secrets exposed. I recommend viewers of these videos check out that Four Corners episode. You can see it on YouTube. It is very, very interesting. So a couple of key quotes from that episode. The institution is in turmoil. The Perth Mint, potential links to money laundering, organised crime, and what may be one of the biggest gold scandals in Australian history. Right? Money laundering, organised crime, gold scandals, not good. Couple of other quotes from it. Organised crime loves gold because it doesn't leave a trace. Gold is a money launderer's dream. You can melt it, you can move it. It's very difficult to trace to its source of origin. Right? Wherever there is gold or silver, there'll be some kind of criminal activity. Now, the Perth Mint sold $20 billion worth of gold to the world. And this reporter has found serious holes in the Perth Mint's defences, potentially leaving the door open to Russian oligarchs and violent criminals to use their services, right, for potentially nefarious means, such as for money laundering, right? Terrorist organisations, drug cartels, kleptocrats, right, all potentially holding gold in the Perth Mint, right, due to these deficiencies in their administrative procedures. Now remember, Bitcoin is for everyone. That includes terrorist organizations, drug cartels, and kleptocrats. It is for them as well, right? Bitcoin is for everyone. Slogan of my company, INTJ Billing, Bitcoin is for everyone, full stop. So it is for them. And these are people that we don't like, right? These are criminal organizations, but Bitcoin is for them. But in practice, right, Bitcoin really isn't for them. Potentially, I mean, Bitcoin is for everyone, of course, but those particular organizations, okay, Bitcoin is really not a good tool for. Now, why is that? Of course, when it comes to money laundering, Bitcoin is an open public ledger and all transactions can be seen. Now, I made a video about this recently, which I encourage you all to check out on screen now and see that video. Now, one of the reasons my company, INTJ Billing, was over a year ago now knocked back by the Australian regulator, Austrac, on being admitted to their registries in Australia to be a digital exchange and a money remittance provider. So some of the reasons I was knocked back include that at the time when I submitted the application, my KYC and AML, that's Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering procedures, were not as developed as they are now. Obviously, I've spent a lot of time and effort to get things up to speed, right? And will continue to do so over time. It's my goal, of course, to run a legitimate operation, even though adhering to all the applicable laws and regulations is very difficult. I mean, think about it. I've got an Australian company talking about registering a Thai company, servers and infrastructure are in Australia. Some of my clients are in Australia or around the world. The bar girls that I serve are here in Pattaya, Thailand. So there's a lot of issues, right, when it comes to this, but I'm trying my best to adhere to as many regulations as I can. So my goal is not to be a criminal. Bitcoin is not a good use for criminals, right? Because of the nature of the blockchain being open and public, right? And organizations like Austrac and other government organizations and private companies out there that do Chainalysis work can quite easily analyze what's going on the Bitcoin network. And even though Bitcoin is pseudo-anonymous, right, because the ledger is open and public, these types of these types of government organisations and chain analysis firms are working day and night to look into transactions that are made by criminals, right? When it comes to the regulations, though, obviously regulations lag behind technological development. Okay, so that is an issue, and that's where I find myself, of course, because I'm pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology, and of course the regulations haven't caught up to that, right? Even though we're all, none of us are above the law, right? We all have to adhere to the law, and I'm really trying my best to adhere to all the laws that I possibly can, both in Australia and here in the Kingdom of Thailand. But of course, regulations will be updated over time when it comes to new technology like BTC Pay and the functionality that allows anyone to be their own bank and payments company, right? So a couple of things, based on what I saw in that Four Corners episode, I've actually made a couple of additional updates to my procedures, right? So when becoming a client of my company, INTJ Billing, on screen now, this is a new form that I've created, asking for some details from the male clients, and so the male clients can upload their identification as well. And of course, I've got the paper form for the Thai bar girls, and of course I've got an electronic form for them to upload their Thai ID cards, or I can upload those ID cards for them, right? So I've covered both bases, right? Male clients as well as the Thai bar girls. And to adhere to KYC and AML, this is what I need to do, right? Now, the kind of men that will utilize Mr. Bitcoin, or Mr. Bitcoin, INTJ Billing, type of men who utilize this service, I can't see organized criminals utilizing it. It would be much more men who are specifically interested in sending their Thai friends money using Bitcoin as a support payment, right? They're in a relationship or in a quasi-relationship with one of the girls, and that's what they want to do, right? And of course, my company is the only company out there that's offering this kind of functionality at the moment, because it's also so very new. Some of these men may also be very interested in having their Thai friends accumulate Bitcoin for long-term investment purposes. And this, of course, is one of the reasons why I'm installing both custodial, that's on INTJ Billing's infrastructure on my BTC Pay server, and non-custodial Bitcoin wallets, that's the BitPay wallets on the girls' phones, right? So, and of course, I'm offering the seed phrase custodianship service as well. So the girls will have access to their Bitcoin even if there's a problem with their phone, if their phone's lost, stolen, damaged, if their wallet is deleted, and so on, right? So, yeah, just wanted to go over these things today. I do encourage you all to check out that Four Corners documentary. It is very, very interesting. Bitcoin, when it first appeared, there was, because it was associated with the Silk Road, of course, used Bitcoin because it was the only cryptocurrency out there. It was the first cryptocurrency out there, and they needed a way to be able to send, for the people who were part of that marketplace to be able to send money without that money being blocked, right? So that was the specific purpose there. Because Bitcoin is an open public ledger, the authorities could track all that Bitcoin, right? So there was a history of Bitcoin being associated with criminal activity in the past. And of course, that has changed once criminals have realized that, hey, this isn't a good currency for them to use, right? So yeah, it's very interesting. I think I think it's well worth checking out that Four Corners story. Very, very interesting indeed. All right, all the best, everyone. I'm Clarke Towson, CEO of INTJ Billing.